Hi, welcome to the Concerned Citizen channel. My name is Willie, and I'll be reacting to some footage from the LA fires and the fires that were all across Southern Cal that destroyed a lot of the beach cities. First of all, my condolences go out to all the families and all the people directly or indirectly affected by this disaster. We're praying for you all. We're praying for all of California that you make a speedy recovery. We're dealing with the devastation and loss. When I first got the news, I don't reside in the state presently, but when I first got the news, I was watching I think it was Fox, and there was this woman who apparently lived in Palisades or up there in that area. She was approaching the governor as he was trying to get back to his vehicle, and she was just irate. She wanted answers, and she was deliberate. Governor, why is there no water? And I have to be honest with you, my first reaction was, why would the governor have anything to do with that? You know, I live out of state. You know, I know California's been burning since I was a child. That's just what goes on in California. They have fires. And I started to make a comment on that video, and I changed my mind. I said, you know what, let me find out a little bit more about why she's so upset. You know, for the city to not have water available, knowing good and well the conditions. I mean, we know where we are. And it's dry. California has had drought issues for years, decades. And to not have a plan in place for these types of events, I think brings something into question. The governor is responsible for trying to put together an ability to fight these issues, fight these occurrences. You know, when you say you have no water, I have a problem with that. Not being prepared is not your best. Well, there's some areas that I want to cover specifically, and then I'm going to get down.
You got a second? Governor, I live here, Governor. That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
I'm sorry. There's literally, I've tried 5 times. That's why I'm walking around to make the call.
Why is the president not taking your call?
Because it's not going through. So
Why?
I have to get cell service.
So let's get it. Let's get it. I want to be here when you call the president.
I appreciate it. I'm doing that right now. And it's to immediately get reimbursements, individual assistance, and to help you. I'm devastated for you. I'm so sorry, especially for your daughter. I have 4 kids losing the school.
Everyone who went to school there, they lost their homes. They lost 2 homes because they were living in one and building another. Governor, please tell me, what are you going to do with the president right now?
We're getting the resources to help rebuild.
Why was there no water in the hydrants, Governor?
That's all literally.
Is it going to be different next time?
It has to be. Has to be. Of course.
What are you going to do?
I'm doing
to
everything
fill the hydrants. I would fill them up personally. You know that.
I literally have.
I would fill up the hydrants myself.
I understand.
But would you do that?
I would do whatever I can.
But you're not. I see the. Do you know there's water dripping over there, Governor? There's water coming out there. You can use it.
I appreciate it. I'm going to make the call to address everything I can right now, including making sure people are safe.
I'd like to make sure you do. Can I?
No water? Now, it'd be different if you fought a good fight and you used your resources and the firemen were out there and they were out there doing their best and that fire was just driving and driving and driving and they were fighting and they were driving and they were starting to run out of resources and they did the best they could. That's not the case. I don't believe that they did the best they could. Not being prepared is not your best. This next clip that I'm about to show you is of Mel Gibson, the famous Hollywood actor that we've been watching and being entertained by him for years, and whose son just ironically happens to be on the fire department. And so he got a little bit more insight as to what was going on or not going on inside the fire department and how they handled the fire. And so even though I'm not picking on or just trying to show a celebrity, I realized there were many people who are not celebrities lost their homes in Altadena, and I know a few of them. And so again, just a point of reference, take a look at this.
In 2019, I think Newsom said, I'm going to take care of the forests and maintain the forests and do all that kind of stuff. He didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything. And then on top of that, they cut the water off.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's all funny. And then I think all our tax dollars probably went for Gavin's hair gel. I don't know, but it's like, it's sad. It's like the place is just on fire.
Well, the whole state is just so poorly managed.
Yeah, I do think he's given a lot more credibility because his son is a firefighter out there. His son is fighting these fires, so he does have some inside information and some intel. But, I do believe that the majority of people believe that this is on the government. According to Fox News, Gavin Newsom cut funding for wildlife and forest resilience by more than $1 million just months before these wildfires. Mayor Karen Bass initially tried to cut from the LA Fire Department's budget $23 million in 2024, but settled for $17.6 million in cuts. And she ordered an additional $49 million in cuts to the fire department's budget a week before the fires started.
The fire department leaders of Los Angeles were also highly affected by this fire, as well as the council members and the people that work in the government. This is what they had to say.
That commission meeting, you said it's dire. Someone will die.
It's eerie listening to your words because that's what occurred. So let me just take a minute, sorry.
Fire Captain Freddie Escobar,
You're not supposed to make me cry.
35-year veteran of the Los Angeles Fire Department, wishes he'd been wrong, and this had not happened. For years, the LAFD union president warned that a disaster like the Palisades fire could happen. And while the cataclysmic weather conditions were historic, Escobar also blamed something predictable that hurt the firefight: money.
This is a woefully understaffed fire department. We either going to have a fire department that's going to reflect 2025, or we're going to have a fire department that's going to reflect the 1960s.
A CNN analysis shows out of the 10 biggest cities in the nation, Los Angeles ranks 9th when it comes to the number of firefighters per resident. And it shows millions of dollars in rescue equipment is just sitting in a lot, unused, because the fire department can't afford to hire the mechanics to repair it. LA's fire chief said in a recent memo, the fire department's staffing levels were half the size of what they should be.
If we cut one position, if we close one station, if we close one resource, the residents of Los Angeles are going to pay the ultimate sacrifice, and someone will die.
Just last month, fire personnel packed an LA Fire Commission meeting, begging the city to rethink the budget.
These cuts came at exactly the wrong time, with calls for services at an all-time high and our firefighters at their breaking point.
We are straining our department's resources beyond the brink, and we cannot continue on this path.
City Councilwoman Tracy Park was there too.
There are large swaths of the city with no emergency response resources available.
Are we going to be having the same conversation next year and the year after?
We can't. We can't. I think that people are rightly upset, not only that this happened, but there is a sense that we as local leaders needed to do more for them. I feel like I let them down. And I've been screaming.
President Trump was also asked about this disaster, and this is what he had to say.
So, you know, everything was dry and it was an inferno. They created an inferno. So we're demanding that they turn the valve back toward Los Angeles. Why aren't they doing it? They either have a death wish, they're stupid, or there's something else going on that we don't understand. But we want the water that they're throwing away to be used for California.
In this time of crisis, it's time for us all to pull together. California needs our help. What should our government officials be thinking about at this time? What should they be doing?
Instead of focusing on attacking President Trump, he should be asking for his help, and not in the way that a lot of people are thinking, all the money. Yeah, that's important, but more important is the expertise in two specific ways. We got to rebuild Los Angeles. We've got huge events coming. We've got the Soccer World Cup, the Super Bowl, the Olympics. We have a builder as president. Ask for his help. He knows how to do this. We were just talking about drill, baby, drill. We need to build, baby, build in California. Not just rebuilding Los Angeles. We need to build infrastructure. We need to build housing. He knows how to do that. The second thing is, what's holding up things getting built in California? Regulations, insane environmental regulations, labor regulations. Trump knows how to get rid of regulations. We need to do that in California.
Well, what a horrible day, horrible disaster, horrible time in California. Lots of destruction, like we've never seen before, and hope we never see again. So where does it fall? Where does the blame fall? Well, the leadership certainly has to take some responsibility here. The mayor of LA, Mayor Bass, and Governor of California, Governor Newsom, they just weren't ready. One of the biggest complaints was no water in the fire hydrants. No way to fight this fire. And I understand this fire was, and the winds were 100 to 200 miles an hour. So lack of preparation is something that has to be addressed, because this will happen again. That wraps it up for me. I appreciate you all watching. Like and subscribe to the channel, and God bless you all.